sense of West Africa's investment world. This podcast is brought to you by Daba, your most comprehensive platform for investing in African stocks, bonds, and managed funds. You can download the Daba app on your favorite Google and Apple app stores. Today, we start the week with good news. The market has shown encouraging signs of strength, and several key stocks have stood out with strong performances. We'll walk you through the top gainers, the major index movements, and what happened in the bond market. Let's begin with the overall performance of the indices. The BRVM Composite Index closed at 301.77 points, recording a small daily increase of 0.02%. While this movement may seem modest, it reinforces the positive momentum we've seen since the start of the year, with a cumulative gain of 12.95%. For investors, that means that if you had invested on January 1st, on average, your portfolio would be worth more today. The BRVM Prestige Index, which includes the top 10 companies by market capitalization, performed even better. It gained 0.67% to close at 128.77 points. Year-to-date, the Prestige Index has risen 12.13%. This reflects solid investor confidence in the region's largest and most established companies. And that's not all. The BRVM 30 Index, which tracks the 30 most actively traded and liquid stocks, advanced 0.12% to finish at 150.94 points. Since the beginning of the year, it has gained close to 9%, showing that the positive momentum is not just limited to the big blue chips, but also includes a broader base of actively traded stocks. Now, let's turn to today's champions. Leading the pack is Bernabe Côte d'Ivoire, which jumped 7.14% to close at 1,500 francs CFA. Since the start of the year, this stock has risen more than 40%. For investors, this is a sign that the industrial equipment and construction supply sector is regaining investor trust and benefiting from renewed demand in infrastructure and building projects. Close behind is Safca Côte d'Ivoire, up 7.08% to reach 1,110 francs CFA. Since January, Safca has delivered an impressive 68% increase. For any investor, this is a textbook case of a stock riding a strong upward trend, possibly driven by a mix of robust earnings and positive growth expectations in its sector. In third place, Société Générale Côte d'Ivoire saw its share price rise by 4.04% to reach 25,990 francs CFA. Since the beginning of the year, it has gained more than 21%. In a context where the banking sector plays a central role in financing economic activity, this performance sends a strong signal of investor confidence in both the Ivorian and regional financial systems. Aura Group Togo also shined with a gain of 3.70%, closing at 1,680 francs CFA. Although the stock is still down 12% year-to-date, today's gain could be a sign of a technical rebound or a reaction to positive corporate announcements. Finally, Bernabe Côte d'Ivoire, a leading tobacco industry player, advanced 3.06% to close at 20,700 francs CFA. Since the start of the year, its share price has nearly tripled, surging 183.56%. For investors, this is the perfect example of a stock that has dramatically outperformed the market. On the sector side, financial services stood out with a gain of 0.55%, bringing its annual performance to over 19%. This is a positive signal for investors focusing on banks and financial institutions in the region, as the sector continues to show resilience and growth potential. The industrial sector also recorded gains, up 0.45% to reach 264.18 points. Since January, it has more than doubled, climbing 125.10%. This underscores that manufacturing and production activities remain a strong pillar for WEMU markets. Now, let's move to the bond market. Activity was relatively low today, with just 3 bonds traded, for a total value of about 2,94,589 francs CFA. No bond recorded a change in price, indicating stable yields for fixed-income investors. The leading issues included several sovereign bonds from Mali, Senegal, Burkina Faso, and Niger, with maturities ranging from 8-year to 10-year terms. Coupon rates are generally between 5.75% and 6.95%, offering investors predictable returns often above the regional inflation rate. For those looking for safety, these securities remain attractive options, especially when integrated into a diversified portfolio. In summary, today's session confirmed the good health of several flagship BRVM stocks, particularly Bernabe, Safca, and Société Générale Côte d'Ivoire. The financial and industrial sectors continue to drive market momentum, while the bond market remains stable and predictable. For investors, this means there are still attractive opportunities to capture, both on the equity side and in fixed income. And this is exactly where Daba Pro comes in. With our premium subscription, you receive weekly recommendations on the most promising stocks, detailed analyses, exclusive data, and reduced investment fees. In short, everything you need to build a strong portfolio and stay ahead of market trends. With Daba Pro, you don't just follow the markets, you get ahead of them. That's all for today's episode. Thanks for listening to the Daba Markets Talk podcast. We'll be back tomorrow with another update. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a rating, follow us, and share with friends. Remember, this information is for educational purposes. Always do your own research or consult with a financial advisor before making investment decisions. And download the Daba app on your app store to start investing in African stocks, bonds, and manage portfolios through your phone and find other helpful content. Until next time, keep learning and keep growing your financial knowledge.